Nancy Guthrie missing person case in Arizona. So I made a video earlier stating that I was hoping I was wrong, and I really still hope that I'm wrong, that her daughter Annie and her son-in-law didn't have anything to do with it.
But since then, there has been some updates to this case, and that is there has been some AI that has been configured by different YouTube channels, TikTok, Instagram. I tell you, a lot of the platforms that are just independent news sources or for entertainment purposes, they have been figuring out decades long cases in like a day's time. They have the ability and the eagerness that many of these multi-billion-dollar news companies do not have. And they have the flexibility to be able to perform this type of journalism, where there are certain types of limitations that mainstream news stations and news channels, media conglomerates have to maintain legally. So over the night, there has been a couple of channels. One is Fugitive TV. He was able to ask Grok something as simple as asking Grok to figure out what would be the color palette for the clothing, the pants, the pullover fleece, the ski mask, and the book bag, and the gun holster. What would the colors be? What should the colors be according to the retail company that these items belong to? And Fugitive TV figured it out. These are the colors. Then he asked Grok, okay, well, where would these pieces of clothing and items come from, right? AI figured that out too. AI said, well, these items have probably came from this online retail source. Then he asked AI to remove the mask. And another platform, Dr. Nez, he asked AI to remove the mask and the flashlight of what this person should look like. AI did it. And it gave them a great description of what the possibility could be. So, many people think, again, as I stated in my previous video, that it looks a lot like Annie Guthrie's husband, Demisio. It looks like his band member, longtime band member, who has a long criminal rap sheet of burglary, theft, robbery, and another host of crimes that he's committed over the decades. Then also embezzlement. And he only lives like about 10 minutes away from them. Then SWAT team came back over to Annie's house. Then they traveled an hour away to another town, and they made an arrest. Well, this arrest also included an older Hispanic woman who is the mother-in-law of the guy that was arrested last night. According to her, he was not home during the times that the FBI is detailing this man to be. She claims that, according to her, he was out along with her daughter and her grandkids doing DoorDash. Then she said that they didn't have a warrant to open up her door. And she tried to prohibit them from coming into her door, but they still came in. Now, yeah, you do need warrants to enter in people's properties, no doubt. However, according to her, she said, I didn't know anything about Nancy Guthrie. I didn't know what was going on. I have no idea. But then, in the same conversation, she states that, oh, but I saw it on Facebook. Well, it's either you do or you don't, ma'am. See, they took her phone. They took her daughter's phone. They took her son-in-law. They took her grandkids' phones. But they didn't take in her. Neither did they take in her daughter-in-law. That confession right there to the news journalist of conflicting answers.
Can assure you it's not him.
This is Josephina.
Yes.
This is her house, and the subject is her son-in-law.
Yeah.
These are the pictures from outside Nancy Guthrie's house. Do the eyes look like your son-in-law at all?
No, not at all.
Right. You don't watch the Today Show?
No,
So this was a complete shock.
it was.
What
kind
was
of questions were they asking you?
Nothing. They didn't ask me no questions.
So they just said
nothing. They
so they
just sent
took
me in
it-
the car. They investigated my car and this, that, and that's it. They didn't ask me no questions, no nothing.
Did you get the other car back? Or they still have it?
No, it's right there.
Oh, they gave it back to you. So,
Yeah, it's like,
and they said you can go home?
yeah.
And how did they treat like the people you were with, your girl, your child?
I don't want to speak.
Yeah,
about
no,
that,
understood.
you know what
Yep.
I mean?
How's your family? They
Well, they're all
scared
in
everybody. I was going to say, they scared everybody, huh?
Yeah, they're all in shock right now.
Wow.
Did they damage the house when they
Yeah.
did it?
What did they do to the
They
house?
broke the doors. What else? The garage door in the back.
So what are you going to do now?
I'll try to clear my name. I didn't do anything.
Well, this is one of the-
And I mean, I hope they get the suspect, because I'm not it. They better do their job and find the suspect that did it so they can clear my name. And I'm done. Look at what I'm putting my family through.
You're on
Not just
national
them,
news now.
Not just them. Even my parents in Tucson.
Right.
Yeah.
And your mother-in-law was worried about you. She was saying it doesn't look anything like him.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, what the fuck? Come
Why
on.
do you think they came here? Why did you think they came to you?
If I would have known that answer, I would have given it to you. But I don't.
So you have no idea what led them
No,
to
I
you?
do not.
Nothing. They didn't
Nothing.
give. They didn't say car make, a license, nothing.
Nada.
Carlos, ¿hablas español?
Los dos. Soy bilingüe.
Carlos, si nos puedes platicar en español para Telemundo Arizona, ¿qué fue lo que sucedió?
Pues me estaban acusando de secuestro, algo que yo no hice. Y me... I'm done.
Okay.
What's your name?
Sorry, what's your name, sir?
Danos una declaración en español, por favor.
Gracias, Carlos. Gracias, Carlos.
Por favor, a ver.
Dude, are you gonna sue them?
And that's that. He gonna sue them. But you know what? Hey, you can't leave any stone unturned. And so I don't blame the FBI, because I would have did the same thing. And in the meantime, he has been cleared as of now. He was released, and now he's just wanting his reputation to be put back on track. And I understand that. And I wish the FBI would have released that video of the door camera much earlier, because that would have been so helpful. But in the meantime, if you see anything, please call 1-800-CALL-FBI in regards to Nancy Guthrie. I pray to God, to the Lord, that she is still safe, and let His will be done. And in the meantime, I'm going to be looking out for more clues. You know, it's still not looking good for Annie Guthrie and her husband, because no other evidence has materialized, you know, outside of them, outside of what they've collected. I'm not saying that they did it. I'm just saying that they still cannot be officially ruled out. Yes, there is a new source of information. Do me a solid and go over to the YouTube page and follow Christine Randall. She is really good about piecing these mysteries together, and she was able to comb over some really important information and listen to her theory. It is important.
There's a funny business going on with the Nancy Guthrie case. Now, in my videos, when we went over the timeline of Nancy going missing, it was said that the way that it was found out that there was something wrong or she was missing was because the church called the family and said, hey, Nancy didn't show up for church on Sunday. And we've been talking about this, right? Well, y'all were telling me in the comments section, and now the Daily Mail put out an article saying that the church says that Nancy ain't been to church since COVID. So what, we're talking 5 or 6 years she hasn't been in church? That allegedly she was watching it online, but it's streamed online. It's not like it's zoomed online. So how did somebody from the church say that she was not there if she hadn't been going to church? So I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't just pull this out of thin air. So I went back and rewatched all 3 press conferences. Listen to the first one.
At some time earlier that morning, they got a call from somebody at the church who said, hey, your mom's not here. The family went to the house. I'm thinking they spent some time looking for her themselves before they called us, so I'm guessing maybe they got there around 11, so they did some searching and realized we need some help, and they called 911.
And then here's the second one.
Could you please take us through the timeline that you've established of the events so far, and with as much detail as you can?
9:45, 9:30, 9:45, we were told she was left at her home by the family. At 11 o'clock in the morning, the family got notice from somebody at church that she was not at church. They went to the home, found her to be missing. That's the timeline.
Now, obviously, the police or the investigators, they didn't pull that out of thin air. That allegedly has to be exactly what the family told the cops when they called the police and said she was missing. We got a call.
So please let me know what you're thinking. Please like, share, and subscribe. Keep her and her family in the prayers lifted up and well wishes. Thank you. Hope you have a blessed day. I'll keep you posted.